All right, everybody. Sorry, getting a little bit later start than normal for this Instagram. We'll be having a great interview with Olivia Rose. You guys are definitely going to want to watch this. Glorious interview today. He's going to be seeing me going back to my apartment because we were saying goodbye to having a going away party for some of our friends who are moving away. They're moving back to Alabama. So it definitely had to do it and got back a little bit later. You know, you make plans to say goodbye to people, and then of course, it takes a little bit longer. But we are still going to have this awesome interview with Olivia Rose. I know that she's excited. I'm excited. And I was like, I definitely cannot push this off. So I hope everyone is having a glorious day today. We should be able to get Olivia on here. And once we get her on here, we're going to rock this interview. I know that she had shared a story about it, so I know that... Oh, there we are!
Hey!
Hey, how's it going?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I am trying to get... We had gotten, like I said, a little bit later start because we were getting back because we were saying goodbye to some friends.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, I got my alarm set for 3:00.
Right.
And then they hadn't even brought out the cake yet, and so I was like, oh gosh.
Wow. Can't miss the cake.
No. Oh yeah. Well, so it was a going away party, and they had this strawberry cake with
I love strawberry.
That's what?
I love strawberry cake.
Oh, strawberry cake's the best.
Oh
my gosh, it is glorious.
Yes.
So now, but for you, how's the day going for you?
It's going good. I did yard work this morning.
Oh, is that good or bad?
It's bad.
I was gonna say that doesn't sound very exciting.
Yeah, it doesn't.
No, so okay, so some heavy yard work. And now getting down for an interview. And where are we getting from?
I'm from Maryland.
Okay, so good. We didn't have to mess with that time zone thing.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Oh, we're down in Georgia.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, not too bad at all. No, and so that's the thing. It's like sometimes I get people who are on the whole other side of the planet.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, and I have to mess with oh yeah, okay, it's 3:30 EST. What time do we get you?
Exactly. Exactly.
But I'm very happy that we got you here.
Me too. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm very excited to hear your story, and that's just kind of where I'd love to start.
Alrighty. So, I was always an athlete when I was younger. I played basketball, soccer, t-ball, tennis, volleyball, track and field, and everything. So then I started doing fitness competitions. And my first stroke happened. So I was 25. My first stroke happened. I started feeling nauseous. I got a nauseous feeling, and then I fell out. So the ambulance, they asked me if I wanted to go to the hospital. But yeah, because something's happening to me. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Trying to ask the information. I can give information. I couldn't say my name. I couldn't say my date of birth. I couldn't say anything. So they took me to the hospital, and I got the TPA medication. Before they gave me the TPA medication, actually no. So then I got diagnosed with I had left side weakness. So left side wasn't working at all. I couldn't talk. I was drooping down right here. Yeah. Then I got diagnosed with dilated cardiomyopathy, which is a heart condition that leads to heart failure in some patients. So my dad's side of the family has really bad hearts. So they really didn't take care of their hearts. Then they put me on meds. So I got on meds. They put me on warfarin and then some other things. Are you on warfarin?
What?
Are you on warfarin?
No, I've not. I've not been on warfarin. What is in warfarin is
It's a butt thinner.
blood thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, my stroke was caused by the accident.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was in a car, I was in the car accident. So, um, not so, but I had the left side weakness as well because got
Mm-hmm.
me, got me on this side,
Right.
and so, but for you, but what's crazy is I now, as a result of the accident, they
Yeah.
think have a heart condition.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. What heart conditions do you have?
a bradycardia. So heart
Oh,
beating half of what it should. So I have
yeah.
a pacemaker.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So no, but it's one of those. It's crazy how all of these things
Yeah, they
are
with each
totally
other.
connected. So wait,
Yeah,
so you get on the blood thinner.
not anymore.
Uh-huh.
I'm on.
But,
I have a heart transplant. So
oh my gosh. Hey, well
yeah.
then yeah, let's get back.
Let me finish.
Yeah, let's get back.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to the gym. They told me not to go to the gym. They told me not to do all these different things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to get a defibrillator.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't need anything. I didn't need anything to pace my heart, but I had to get something to shock it just in case I went into cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so you
4 years
got.
later, I had my second stroke.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Um, I had a job at the Pentagon. So my mom dropped me off at the Pentagon, and I went in. I
Mm-hmm.
just was not. I wasn't feeling well at all. I couldn't hold any food down. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't. My weight was up.
Anything at all.
Yes. So we had to go to. So they told me to go ahead and leave, and I went to the urgent care. And when I went to the bathroom, I got up and went to the bathroom because the nurse was taking forever to do whatever she was doing. So I
Mm-hmm.
got to the bathroom and I fell out in the bathroom, and they found me in there in the bathroom.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So you just what? You just passed out?
Yeah. So
And so
they
they
took me to the hospital.
yeah. Wait, so they find you in the bathroom and take you to the
Yeah.
hospital.
And they did a thrombectomy on me. They
Mm-hmm.
told my mom and my dad that it's a risky procedure, but they were going to try to do it anyway because I was young. They were going to try to do it anyway. Then I woke up, came to, and I had a problem talking. Like my voice, everything was gone. My right side was all. So they had to take me to inpatient what do you call it? Inpatient therapy. Yeah. So they sent me inpatient therapy. I went there and they only had me for I think 4 days, and then I was out. So I had to do speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy. I think speech therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to do all of that. I had to learn how to walk again, everything. Then it gets worse.
Oh dang!
Huh?
I said dang.
Yeah, it gets really much, much worse.
Oh.
So me eating and swallowing and holding things down didn't get any better when I got home.
Mm.
I was throwing up. Couldn't hold anything down. Still, when I came home when I came back from the hospital. So my parents brought me back to the hospital. And mind you, this was around Christmas and New Year's. So I spent Christmas and New Year's in the hospital. So then they diagnosed me with advanced heart failure and took me to the cardiac ICU. And they were talking about me getting an LVAD, a left ventricular assist device.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mechanical device that helps pump the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Then the night before I went to get the LVAD surgery, I went into cardiogenic shock. So my heart just was
What is
going
that?
crazy.
What is that?
Oh, so basically the heart basically just goes, it goes crazy. Like it goes on a lot of arrhythmias.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it keeps going crazy like that. So then I got the LVAD surgery. I had the LVAD. and I was in so much pain. Like it was so painful to move, to do anything. I had problems swallowing, so they had to put a tube in my nose for like 2 or 3 weeks. So I lost 25 pounds, and I was looking like a skeleton, to say the least. My hair started falling out, and yeah.
Yeah.
So then I went to cardiac rehab. I lost my confidence. I lost everything when I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital a total of 2 months by the time I left. So
Dang.
then heart transplant. So I didn't get on the heart transplant list until almost a year after the stroke happened, because
Uh-huh.
they wanted to make sure that the person is fully capable of taking care of themselves and doing different things like that. So I
Uh-huh.
didn't get on the list, and they want to make sure that I'm strong enough, or you're strong enough to be able to handle a heart transplant. So I didn't get on the list until so I got the LVAD in January, and I didn't get on the list until February. I mean December that year. So then December 16th is when I got the letter saying that I was accepted and I was on the list. And then I got the call on February 1st, 2020 for a new heart.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then COVID happened, which sucks because everybody knows that if you have an organ transplant, then you're immune compromised. So we can't really do anything. Mask is not an option for us immune compromised people. And yeah.
And so for
That
you, did you get the transplant?
yes. Mm-hmm.
And then so you get the transplant, and then you can't leave your house.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
exactly
Dang.
mm-hmm.
That were you an incredibly social person?
I was, yes.
And then that just got
Yeah. My confidence went out the window. Like I cut my hair all the way off. All my hair was gone. Like I didn't have any hair. And yeah, I had to build myself all the way back again.
dang. And for
Mm-hmm.
you, amazing. So in prior to the stroke, you were a very confident person.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then
Getting
yeah,
there.
well yeah, no, I mean I completely relate,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean prior to me having my accident, I was an obnoxiously confident son of a gun, you
Yeah.
know.
It's crazy how it just changes.
It takes yeah, because it takes it all away.
It does. It really does.
And would you say was that the hardest part of the recovery for you?
Speaking, talking,
That was
walking, everything was hard. Like getting over the LVAD surgery was definitely hard. Getting my confidence back was definitely hard. Yeah.
well, yeah. So, well, talk to me. So because you got so you lose the is it you lost the ability to speak, or did you how was that impacted?
Because talking to people is crazy. My therapist always tells me that fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. But for me, I feel like people are judging me, even though they're really not judging me. But I just feel like I hate the sound of my voice. I don't like hearing my voice.
Well, I totally get it
Hmm.
because I feel like for a long time after my accident, the feeling that it's like everyone is looking at me,
Yes, it's so true.
and everyone is looking at every little thing that I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, but they're not.
No, no, most people aren't thinking about you at all.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's all in our minds.
yeah, but was that the biggest the hardest part for you is like that?
Yeah. And I had the LVAD too. So the LVAD is something that has batteries, and you have to actually hold it in a bag. So you could tell I had something on. It's not like I could hide it.
Dang, yeah. So you
Yes.
oh,
So
okay.
it was really different.
Did people talk to you about it?
Huh?
Did people talk to you about it?
No, they just asked, so what is that bag for?
Oh,
Oh, it's something like when you go to security checkpoints.
uh,
That's when it's the worst. Yeah, that's when it's the worst.
oh yeah, and you're seeing okay. Well, and all right, you're seeing. Oh man, I just lost the name. Somebody said I love your voice.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, well that's and honestly, yeah. I mean, when you said that like you were like feeling a little bit wary of that, I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm doing great. I,
yeah.
I don't know what not to downplay
Hmm.
your fears, but I don't know what you're worried about.
I know. Everybody says that too.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you sound different now?
I mean, yeah, I do. I think I sound different, but other people would beg to differ.
Yeah, but you in your mind, you're like, this is not how I talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and so like so let's take it back. So you're in the therapy. You're struggling to talk,
Yes.
struggling to walk.
hmm
How did you cope with this? What was the thing that helped get you through?
I would say my mom, my dad. My mom and dad would tell me that this just because this is happening now doesn't mean it's gonna be like this forever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that I'm going to church, listening to my pastor, all that different stuff like that.
well, hey, I love digging there.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. So how did your faith help you there?
My faith helps me tremendously. Like God has been so good to me. God has brought me through all these different things. Brought me through two strokes,
Mm.
of that heart transplant. God's been there through all of that, and I can't. I mean, I can't thank Him enough for everything He's done for me.
Yeah, but is it and so yeah? I mean, cause talk to me, cause like I find it. And yeah, absolutely, 100%, 100%, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All the time, God is good.
Yes, yes, all the time.
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel that while you were going through it?
Well, I was going through it, I didn't really feel anything until I got out of the hospital and I was living my regular life. But I didn't feel any of that while I was in the hospital.
Oh
I
wait,
think I was out of it most of the time. My parents said.
yeah. So like, so while you were in the hospital, because I had a similar thing of like, did you have a sense of peace about it?
No, it
No
wasn't
peace.
a surprise at all. I just wanted to leave the hospital.
So then, yeah. So like, so if you're just like, I want to get out of here.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then what about when you were in therapy?
When I went to therapy, I felt like I was getting out and I was being able to. I actually drove to therapy myself,
Oh my gosh,
and I would drive there. Yeah, after I had the LVAD.
that's incredible.
Yeah. Mhm.
It is. So you no vision loss or anything? No.
Right side weakness. I have right side weakness. I have my hand shake on this side, and I can't write. I
Uh,
can write. I mean, I can write, but I can't really write with a regular pen.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because it's just shaky.
Yeah.
And right side, your dominant side.
Yes. Of course. And then I can't text. I can't text with my right hand, so I have to text with my left hand.
Oh gosh, yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's like I would think like if it's your right, if you get the weakness on the side you're dominant with,
Hmm.
that must change everything.
It did. It does. Well, it does. I don't
Yeah.
mix things with my right hand. I mix it with my left hand. Like I change everything over to my left hand.
Yeah. And
Except
so
for,
so is that how you've been able to do it? Are you like completely good?
yeah. Well, I can't write with my left hand though.
Oh,
I
dang.
haven't tried.
Dang, but still, I mean, what I'm thinking is like you get this place where you've got you lose your ability to write
Hmm.
and I'm guessing you've got it and I all right and I'm seeing comments and they all look kind and wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
I have to tell all of these people I unfortunately I people who are commenting I love you, you're awesome, it's glorious. um I wish I could read what you were saying. I wish I could, but brain injury survivor, stroke survivor, fellow stroke survivor. I can't speak
Hmm.
comments in an interview.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, you can't. Okay, yeah,
I understand completely.
yeah. I'm like, it's just unfortunately, guys. I would love to see what you read what you're saying. But
Hmm.
that I'm gonna stop interviewing Olivia.
Yeah.
Uh, so, but you keep commenting. It's glorious because we got Michelle on here, stroke mom. Um,
Yay.
yes, glorious, thank you. Uh,
Yay.
yeah, Michelle's. I don't know if you know Michelle.
I think, yeah, I think after she found requested me yesterday, last night, or yeah.
Okay, she's glorious. Just know that she's
Yeah.
glorious.
Yes.
Uh, and she's normally will copy the comments and then send them on
Hmm. Right.
because yeah, because once this thing goes away, I can't see him anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
The
no,
first
what?
I don't know. Yes.
Yeah, so she's got you. So don't worry. All these wonderful things people are saying, you're gonna be able to read them. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, but let's. I'm curious to talk about I guess how the stroke. Well, I guess so. I just want to think about the faith here. It's like because
Hmm.
it's for me. Yeah, my faith is huge, and I talk about it
Hmm.
all the time on here.
Yeah.
Would you say that you grew in your faith during this time?
Tremendously.
Mhm. Talk to me.
Tremendously. Yes. So every morning I wake up and talk to God, have my devotional time and everything like that. But it's grounded me so it's grounded me so much. That's an understatement. Like it really has helped me grow and see the person that I am and help me overcome my social anxiety.
Oh, really? So you would say that your faith that God has helped you there?
Yes, tremendously.
I mean, is yeah, because it's terrible for you.
Yes.
Well, and talk to me about that.
But social anxiety or
Yeah, how does that manifest for you?
it's ridiculous. It's almost like anytime I talk, I'm sweating to death. Like if I have to make a phone call, if I have to talk to somebody that I don't know, or if I have to talk in front of family, then I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's really bad.
Oh, yeah, like the feeling of leaving a voicemail.
Mm-mm. Mm.
You don't do it.
No, I don't do voicemails. I don't need to do FaceTime.
Really?
Yeah, really. I'm
Is
trying to
it
change.
what?
Huh?
That's gonna change?
Yes, that's gonna change. I'm trying to change.
Yeah. Well, so I guess the thing is it is it the fear? Is the fear of
Yes, fear of rejection. I guess is what it is.
of being judged and being rejected?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean I completely understand. I mean I struggled because my accident was my senior year of high school,
Oh
and then,
wow.
yeah, and so then I started my freshman year of college with
Mhm.
a brain injury and a stroke, and
Mhm. Wow.
the worst thing in the world I always tried to go to the dining hall with somebody,
Mhm. Right.
uh, or I struggled to go
Mhm. Yeah.
because what if I don't find the person that I know?
Exactly. You have to sit by yourself.
That's right.
I understand.
Yeah. And then you're like, ah, man, because and then I gotta tell, and then I had to tell what's like, talk to people, and what if they judge?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for you, like,
Mhm.
talk to me about, like, did this take it? Sounds like you're doing better with it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no, you're not?
um, I, mm, I'm a work in progress.
Yeah,
A
you're still.
little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. The thing that I would say for your feed, you feel incredibly confident on your Insta,
Hmm.
but that's not the case.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
great. Just kidding. Oh, that's good. I'm actually actively working on that though.
Mm.
I'm trying to be more open, more and talkative to people. You know, my therapist says I have to talk to somebody I don't know at least once a day.
All right. Well, this is done. You're good.
Yes. Yeah.
You got today's.
But I also joined Toastmasters,
Oh my
which is
god.
really, yeah.
Well, how is that?
I haven't missed a meeting yet. They meet the first and the third Thursday of every month.
Yes, I mean, talked about with regards to uh, having a stroke.
What do you mean?
Because like for me, I was actually I don't know why I was thinking about this today, but I was thinking about the freshman year of college.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, prior to my accident, I was Mister Give me all of the attention. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know. And then after my accident, I'd be like, just don't like.
I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. I want it, but then I don't want it. Like
Yeah.
always the hardest part for me for a while after was making a if I make a joke and people laugh,
Hmm.
likes to make jokes. I hate it's and then it's hard because I'm like, the attention's on me.
Yeah, yeah.
And but
Yeah,
what
don't to me.
yeah, you know. Um
Yeah,
I can think like doing Toastmasters, that would have been challenging.
yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be challenging, but I feel like I want to be a motivational speaker and I want to be able to talk to like hundreds of people at one time. So that's the reason why I joined Toastmasters so that I finally can finally break this fear I have of speaking.
Yeah, and so and let's dive in there. Let's talk about motivational speaker.
Yeah. So I have a story. Of course, you just heard it. And I want to spread the story around. I want everybody to hear my story about how God, has delivered me and kept me safe, and how God has brought me through all the different trials and tribulations that I've gone through. So that's the reason why I really want to be a motivational speaker. And
Just to and inspire people.
yeah,
I love it. I love
yes.
it. And
I'm also writing a book.
oh, glorious! Let's talk about that.
Yes. So the book is going to be based on me, of course, obviously. It's going to be, I'm talking about my younger years, when I was younger, basically my whole life up to this point. It's going to have the strokes in it. It's going to have the what is it? The LVAD surgery in it, the heart transplant surgery in it, and really, really the story I told you today was just a synopsis.
Yeah.
There's much more than what I had told you just now.
Well, yeah. So and you're like gotta save it for the book. I understand.
Yeah.
All right.
Heard about your book?
Uh, well, yeah. So yeah, and that's I guess that's the thing where I'm excited because
Hmm.
I it took me 12 years to write.
Oh wow, I don't feel bad now.
What I mean is like I just couldn't bring myself.
Yeah.
Whenever I would try, uh,
Hmm. It's so hard.
what did you
So
find challenging with it? Because I it is.
the going back to the times where I was in the hospital and different. I just really don't like to go back to that place, and so that's the reason why it's so hard for me. I'll start writing, then I'll start crying, then I'll start writing, then I'll start crying. It's just like
Yeah, can you
it's,
remember?
it's too much.
You remember it all.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Hmm.
And so yeah, I mean, did you find it therapeutic?
No.
No.
No, it's not.
That's painful.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Mm,
So yeah, and so for you, you're in the midst of that,
yes.
and so yeah, I mean, where are we?
Hmm?
I said, how far are you?
Um, well, I'm in the process of writing it.
Yeah.
Um, I'm like 50 pages in,
Awesome.
and yeah, it's definitely a hard task to write a book.
Okay, it's a very hard task to write a book, and it's a very hard task I found to write about yourself.
You too. It's so hard to write about yourself. Write about somebody else, it's fine. You know, I just write it. It's whatever. But when you're in it and you have to talk about yourself and you have to talk about everything you've been through, then it changes everything.
Well, and because I think what tends to happen for us as brain injury and stroke survivors
Mm-hmm.
is I think we one, I mean, obviously we've got our struggles with like sometimes with language and sometimes with forming it back, but then I also think we struggle with this because we struggle with confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
There's this part, I mean, I don't know if this was the case for me. I had this whole thing I kept in the back of my mind. I had to keep fighting it. Who wants to read this?
Me too. Me too. I feel like who wants to read a story about a girl that's just, then I really think about it. People do want to read that.
Hmm.
They do want to read it.
Well, I think the thing that I have found through all of this, because I would have never done this,
Mm-hmm. Right.
uh, is that our pain,
Right.
struggle, is not as unique as we think it is.
Right. It isn't.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, and that's something I had to realize is like,
Mm-hmm.
whole, yeah. I mean, so yeah, no, I mean, people do want to read it. I'm
Right.
sure. I'm sure people in the comments, oh, will definitely be, you know,
Right.
but
Mm-hmm.
Olivia, if you would like to pre-order her book, it will it will be out here soon.
But another thing I realized is that our stories have to be told because God is the one who gets the glory. So how are we not going to write a book about our struggles? And it's for God. God is the one who's going to get all the glory from it. So why shouldn't we write it?
And here's another one that somebody dropped on me. That why do you think you're the one writing it? You know,
Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, and that which was really yeah is and that for me I've tried to do this now
Mm-hmm.
is whenever I'm about to write is to pray.
That's a good idea.
You know, because at the end of the day, if it is for the glory of God,
Yes.
then I need to ask for the words.
Yeah, help.
Oh yeah,
Right. Everything.
everything for the glory of God. But I'm like, I think what it's we struggle. I struggle with this. I think we all brain injury stroke survivors struggle with this. Is like it's all about our power.
Mm-hmm.
You know, recovery is all about you.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah, you find this in just how hard you work and all of your energy and all of the thing that you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then it's a lot harder to give that up.
Mm-hmm. Right. It is.
Did you find that?
Yeah, I did. Well, I don't really feel that.
Did you like?
Oh.
Because I guess that's the thing is like because I feel like I needed God and I needed to do it myself.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do. I do that all the time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
where does it go self in your life?
Hmm?
I said, where do you see that in your life? Because
Well, When I was writing, well, not writing, I'm not writing. Well, how do I explain that? What was the question again?
Dude, where do you struggle with this sense of like, I need you, but I also got it, God. Like, I need to do it myself. I need to, as a human, because that's where I find for myself is like this back and forth between me and God of being like, I need you, Lord, but then I also need to do it.
Writing my book.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah,
And
writing my book.
talk to me about
Hmm?
that. In what way?
Yeah, so writing my book, I don't have any deadlines or anything. I just do it when I can, or write part of the book when I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like God can help me write it, but I have to actually do the work myself.
You
So
must
that's where,
sit
yeah,
down and write it,
yeah, mm,
which is the hardest part.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's there's a great book. If you have not read it, I would highly encourage because it'll Bird by Bird.
Bird by bird.
You ever heard? Yeah, Bird by Anne Lamott.
Oh, birth by, huh?
So Bird by Bird.
Oh, that's what I thought you said.
I let me give it because it's it'll be a shot of adrenaline. Like
Mm-hmm.
it'll motivate you, and
I
it's
need that.
absolutely, and it's a beautiful book. And one of the things she said is the best way to write. Um, Here's how the best way to write: do the dishes. Realize that you need to sweep the floor. Sit down to write. Realize that you should do the laundry. Because you don't anything to do but write.
Right. I
Yeah,
know. I need to do that.
yeah, absolutely. But I oh okay yeah sorry I just saw I just okay I did cat okay Lamont yes you should love Anne
Oh,
Lamont. Sorry
that's the author of the book?
so Anne Lamont is the author and
Okay, yeah.
she's glorious. But I do so. But I'm thinking about this. I want to think about this. I mean, the hard place because it sounds like God has brought you to an awesome place.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, which is yes. Sorry, snaps. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I do in my class when I teach
Do
snaps.
you teach too?
Yeah, very blessed. I work as a college professor. Uh,
Oh, excuse me.
it's all
What section do you teach?
I teach English. Uh,
Okay.
so I teach playwriting and composition classes. So
Oh, you're a playwright.
yeah, I went after I got my undergrad. I got my undergraduate degree. I got it in playwriting, and then I went and got my master's. It's very
Oh wow.
yeah,
Oh wow.
very blessed. You know,
Yeah.
and that's no, that's I'm with you. It's God is good
All the time.
all the time. You know,
That's good.
um, which is amazing. Because I guess
Mm-hmm.
I mean I think this is where God happens. So I feel like I don't know. Do you hear that all the time from people? Because I always heard this. He's like they were surprised by my positivity.
Yeah. All the time. Every doctor's appointment. Every time I went to a doctor's appointment, every time I went, with doctors and things, they're amazed.
And why do you think that is?
I feel they feel my spirit in my light.
Yeah, and they're amazed because they're like they know that it's not.
So you're still walking and you're still being happy. You're still smiling. I've always been very happy, regardless of what's going on in my life.
Yeah, because it's not Olivia.
Nothing lasts forever.
Well, no, no. But I'm saying that's the spirit.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it almost offended me. People were always like, "Oh, It's amazing how positive you are, given what's happened."
Exactly. That's what they say. It's like, well, see why you didn't have this condition because you wouldn't be able to handle
Yeah, but it's also like,
it.
I'm like, this is not a death sentence. You know,
Exactly. It's not.
I just have a brain injury. It doesn't mean that like I'm like just
The,
broken, destroyed.
right. Exactly.
Yeah, and is that your motivation that you want to give people?
Um. Yeah, it is. Like, just change your mindset. Actually, the thing on my wall says, "Look on the bright side."
Oh yes. Yeah, and for you, I guess what was that? What was that when you were in the hospital and all that? What was that bright side for you?
Going home, going home, and eating food. Even though I
Yeah.
wasn't able to eat when I was in the hospital, but going home, eating food, have a picture of Five Guys that I wanted. Um, yeah, food was a for my motivation. I feel like uh, using the bathroom by myself, taking a shower by myself. I couldn't do that when I got out the hospital.
Oh no, same
Mom
same
had to bathe. My mom had to bathe me.
same here. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then and then walking. Like,
yeah.
yeah, was that?
So walking was hard. Not after the stroke, but it was hard because of the LVAD for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so painful having that thing in me. So painful.
What
Um,
causing? What talk to what pain? What is that? What do you mean by that?
so have you seen an LVAD before?
I've not seen all that before.
Okay. Well, it's like a machine. So it's a battery operated machine
Mm-hmm.
that goes inside your heart chambers, and a white string comes out of the inside of your stomach,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's attached to batteries that you have to carry everywhere. You have to charge them up all the time. You have to carry them everywhere, and you have to have your backstash. Your bag has to have and then you have to have a separate bag, and it has to have more batteries. So it was really painful. I guess the sight was really painful. Um, so that made it hard for me to walk.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got back home, I was walking like that.
Yeah, just the
Hmm.
constant pain.
Yeah. Hmm. It was laying down, sitting up was I hated laying down and sitting back up. So
Uh,
painful.
oh gosh. And then once you got the transplant, life
I
was
was yeah, that was great. It was glorious.
because you because that no longer had that pain anymore.
Yeah, I didn't have the pain. The pain stopped after like 3 weeks when I got home from the hospital. After I had the LVAD surgery, the pain stopped.
Okay.
And I was able to go to cardiac rehab and all that different stuff. But then I had the heart transplant. Now the heart transplant, I got back home. I was able to walk in the neighborhood, and then we got COVID came.
Hmm.
Yeah, so then it really sucks for us.
Yeah. No, wait, trust me. Yeah, I I understand. Yeah, I was since I have the pacemaker,
Hmm.
I I was I was pretty homebound
Right.
until until I got the vaccine. And
Yeah. So
I
you can get the vaccine. Well, I mean, I can get it too, but
yeah, but I yeah, I'm not nearly as immunocompromised as other people.
yeah, yeah. I'm really immunocompromised.
You're
Yeah.
you can't mess around with
I
any of
actually
that.
got four. I had four shots already
Oh dang!
of the vaccine.
I hope the fifth one's free. I hope you got a punch card or something. No.
I think actually I have to get a new card because there's not enough space for them for another
Oh dang.
vaccine on my thing.
Yeah. So, but for you, yeah, you get this transplant. You're like, yay, life, and then COVID.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, you're not. Calm down, calm down. I feel like God was like, calm down. You're not going anywhere. You're gonna sit home and be in the house. and write this book.
Oh, so that's where this started.
Huh?
So that's where it started.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. It's like COVID is what got it.
Hmm.
Oh, it's okay. Interesting. And sorry, because that is I did start writing it before COVID,
Hmm. Oh, lucky.
but COVID is what I think enabled me.
Yeah, to finish it.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. No, I don't. I'm not pro COVID or anything. COVID is obviously
Hmm.
terrible, but
Yeah.
side benefits to this,
There are. There really are.
there to writing a book. Yeah, and who knows
Yeah.
what's gonna happen with it. I mean,
Exactly.
no, I celebrate it. I celebrate it because
Hmm.
I think I don't know, especially for us. I think there's too many. Often we're battling, from maybe more than other people. I don't know, the you can't do it voice in your head.
Right.
Do you find that
Do it. Nobody's gonna read it.
yeah? Why are you
Like I
wasting?
was, I was at the dentist one day, and this lady said, "Are we writing a book? Oh, well, I hope people are gonna read it because people don't really read anymore." I'm like, "Thank you, thank you." Um,
Appreciate the encouragement.
huh?
You're like, appreciate the encouragement. Thank you. Yeah,
Exactly. Like, thank you. Like, what are you talking about?
yeah. No, well, that's everyone. It's so easy to be negative.
Exactly. It is. It's actually easier to be negative than be positive.
Yeah,
Like, it actually takes work for me to be positive. Like, it really takes. And I feel like it's only with me. If I'm talking about me, then I'm always negative. If I'm talking about somebody else, it's always positive.
yeah.
I can have fun on for myself.
You got to give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ah, I don't know. I'm all about the positive.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the thing is you at one, they've studies have been shown that negative mindset actually causes health problems.
It does. It
Yeah,
does.
and honestly, I would say, biblically speaking, or kind of called to be positive.
Hmm.
You know, you do not have because you do not ask.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. It's so true.
yeah. I mean, not to say that like God, I'm not on those like God wants everyone to have a mansion or anything.
Wait, no, no.
No, no, no. That's not what this life thing is about.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, it's it, once you realize that you have far more than you deserve.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm completely content right now with whatever I have. I'm completely content.
that's awesome. And so, recovery wise, is there anything that's getting you?
My right hand, that's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when I work out, my right side is weaker than my left side now.
And so and you're like, God, please.
I don't even pray about it. I just know it's what it is.
Yeah, but
I, I'm fine. I live with it.
yeah, it doesn't. Your life isn't ruined.
Yeah, no.
Well, I do want to think about. Okay, I had two big questions that I always want to make sure that I hit. Definitely want to hit.
Okay.
Um, is I want to make sure, and I was like, yeah, I want to make sure to get this one. If you could, Olivia, if you could go back to see yourself, I don't know, your is stroke number two. Like, what would you say? What would you say to yourself?
I would say buckle up. It's gonna be a long ride,
Hmm.
but God's gonna be with you all every step of the way, and you'll make it. You'll be a survivor.
Hmm. Do you think you didn't? Did you not feel like you would make it?
No, I'm saying, but most people wouldn't think they would make it. I actually didn't think I was gonna make it actually,
Yeah.
because when I had the cardiogenic shock, they told my parents that took for a turn for the worse. So I thought I was gonna die when I was in the hospital.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You were just waiting for that?
Yeah, just thought it was gonna happen. Thought that was
Ah,
gonna happen. Oh, I guess that this is it. I guess this is what. And then going into heart transplant surgery, I didn't know. Said, you know, God, if I'm supposed to go, then let me go. If I'm supposed to stay, then let me stay. Like it's in your hands.
yeah. You're like, Lord,
Hmm.
whatever you got. I mean, yeah, I mean, but how did you, I guess, defend well, you coped with that?
Hmm?
Because I was going to ask, how did you cope? But I'm guessing faith is the only way.
Yeah, I guess faith, but I wasn't in my right mind though at that time. Like my body was going crazy, so I couldn't really walk far. I would walk 2 steps and I would be exhausted. And yeah, my whole body was going berserk. So
Uh,
I don't really remember everything, but
uh,
I remember some things.
wait, so you see your whole body was going berserk?
Yeah, so I
Like,
couldn't keep my food down. I was gaining weight. I couldn't lay down for a long time. Um, I couldn't breathe while I was laying down. So I was having symptoms of heart failure, and I didn't know I had it.
so then, and so for you, you're like, you're not even in a place you feel like to like ask God these things.
Yeah, I wasn't in any. My brain was gone. I wasn't in any mindset to be thinking about anything like that.
I understand. I mean, and I guess I'm thinking for you, like, you had to be told, like,
Hmm.
this is the worst it is.
Hmm. I didn't know until my parents told me, but I knew that it was something bad because they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me when I first went to the hospital.
Mm.
They didn't know what was wrong with me, so I was in the regular hospital room in the regular unit.
Mm-hmm.
So they found out that I had heart failure.
Dang, so you were like, they were like, yeah.
I was waking up with hallucinations. I was talking to myself in my sleep. I was making noises. I was doing all these different things.
Do you remember
Yeah,
hallucinations?
yeah.
And what were you? What was the hallucination?
I was laying down. I thought people were coming in the room. People were touching me, and, they were doing things. Like it was really weird. It was like surreal.
It sounds terrifying, though.
Yeah, they actually
Yeah,
put me on psychiatric meds when I was in the hospital too. Yeah.
but it was totally related to the heart. It wasn't related to.
Hmm. Yeah, my heart was failing. I was in advanced heart failure at that time. They didn't know.
Yeah, so yeah, you need to write this book because
Hmm.
God has a reason to keep you here.
Yeah,
Is that what I mean? Do you feel that?
yeah, I do.
I mean,
Finally, now I do.
well, yeah. I mean, at first, no, I completely understand. You know,
Hmm.
I mean, that's the other part of things is like, I really think that I had my heart condition. I don't know for how long, but I definitely know for 7 years.
Oh wow.
Because I remember feeling really tired when I was in grad school,
Hmm.
and then feeling very out of it and very. I remember I went to the doctor for lightheadedness.
Yeah.
The doctor was like, "You know what? Just stop taking Claritin."
What?
I don't know. Uh,
What?
like literally, he was like, "Yeah, Claritin and Concerta. That's a bad combination. So just try that. Stop that." And then,
Mhm.
yeah. Then I go to the doctor later, yeah, 2018, and they're like, "You have half a heartbeat." But I guess I think about like people will be like, "Well, why didn't you do this or why didn't you do that?" I was like, I couldn't even think about doing that.
Right.
My Is that what it felt
Your
like for you?
yeah. Your brain is not really. you're not really here in the moment. You're actually somewhere else, and people think that you're actually here.
Yeah, and you're living life, but you're not really living it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're just fine.
yeah,
So
basically.
yeah, and so now, and for you, you are now at a place where you are like the heart transplant, like everything is.
Everything is stable. Everything is good. No health problems here.
That's glorious.
Yes, indeed, it is.
That's glorious.
Thanks
Well,
God.
all praise to God. Absolutely. Well, I do want to think about. I do want to ask you this. This is a question I always like to think about because this never. My mom asked me this once, and I didn't. I was like, I didn't have an answer because I was not in the place to think about it. Um,
Right.
but is like she's like, well, you know, you have a brain injury, so you're gonna have to grieve for who
Yeah.
you
Once were.
is
Mm-hmm.
what?
Who you once were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you say you are in that grieving process?
I would say I'm actually done with the grieving process.
Oh,
Yeah, I know who I was. I knew who I was, who I was back then. Right now, this is the new me. It's the new Olivia,
yeah.
and this is where I am.
And you love who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
That's awesome. I love.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I know. I That's glorious.
Yeah, it is. Actually, the first time I read that question was when you sent it to me. We were supposed to have our thing in January, was it?
Yeah.
And I read that question. And I was like, oh gosh, I wasn't over it at that time.
Oh, what happened?
Um, so I was talking to my therapist, and she was just telling me I'm being ridiculous, I guess. Um, I have so many things that I'm doing right now that are good for me, and she just basically told me like you really need to start change your mindset, change your attitude, and different things like that. I
Wait,
actually read the book, Secrets, whatever the
yeah.
book is called. Yeah, that book really helped me out a lot too.
Wait, in what way? So like this
Just
is
changing my
huge.
mindset. Like I always feel like changing my thought process. Like I always feel like if you're thinking negatively, if you're always talking negatively, and everything here is negative, then your mind is going to be negative. So I wanted to actually change my thought process and actually start thinking positively and
Mhm.
changing my mindset and doing it that way.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna butcher a quote, so forgive me. Yeah, your mind is a garden. You make sure to tend it, or else the weeds will grow.
Exactly. That's very true.
Because oh yeah, I mean like because your mind goes to negative.
Yeah. It's like you're fighting with yourself. It's like one side is like is negative, the other side is positive. You're like, oh, think positive, negative, positive, negative. It was crazy.
Yeah, because I think like you have this place in your mind, your recovery of like you're tired of disappointments.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, might as well just be negative.
Yeah.
Because why get my up if it's not gonna work out?
It will work out. Just tell yourself it will work out. It will work out.
Absolutely. And then here's the thing: is not it's all gonna work out, and it's not gonna work out maybe how you thought it was.
Yeah, but it'll work.
It'll work. It'll be no. Yeah, I mean, I was writing this because my I had a conversation with my publisher. I was like, I'm trying to get a handle on when this is coming out.
hmm
I was going to write an epilogue. That was
Oh.
a note, and I was like, yeah, it didn't. Things did not go according to plan because I only take my story up through graduating high school. Um,
hmm
and I was like, yeah, things did not go according to plan, but my life is better than I planned.
Right.
Yeah.
How
Well,
many pages is your book?
Let's see. I want to say that my book is two. Let me see, 7, two. Yeah, 250. I was like, no, I think it's 260. Let's go 260.
Gosh, I have to write a book that has to be 1,000 pages long. Then you only
Why?
did up to high no, college.
What?
You only did up to college or
So
undergrad or
I did
there's
did October to so October 7th, 2007, up through May of 2008.
oh what wait a year?
Yeah, not even a year. Uh,
What?
so yeah, because I mean, I'll say this. I mean, it's pretty amazing what God did in that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's really cool is I get to end this. I get to end with the fact that at my high school graduation, I got a standing ovation.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Pretty cool, you know.
Oh, when did you graduate?
2008,
Oh, I graduated 2007.
2007,
Mm-hmm.
which I like. So for you, graduated high school 2007. So
Mm-hmm.
so then for you, I mean, you're just. I'm trying to think. So you're gonna do yours through college, or just what?
Mine's gonna be beyond college because everything that happened to me was actually after college.
I mean, it was post college.
Yeah. Mm.
So then for you, you're like, it's got to be 1,000 pages. I'm like,
That's what I said. That's what I said.
well, yeah, no, but I'm like, no, I'm. But the thing is, like, you take your snippets. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You take your snippets. And then for me, a lot of mine was trying to just process through the year of my life that I don't really remember.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So part of it was therapy. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and so, but for you, I'm like, I'm more than excited. This book sounds
Mhm.
glorious.
It is. When it's
Yeah,
written.
written. It's gonna. No, it will be.
Yes.
I'm sure. Well, Olivia, this has been glorious. I want to make
And
sure.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I'm
Thank
nothing
you
but
for having
of course, absolutely. Well, let's tell us what you got going on. Let's roll out the red carpet. I want to make sure that people know how to follow you, keep in touch with you.
me. Okay. So people can follow me on my Instagram. I am Olivia Rose. They can actually. I'm starting a new website. I'm gonna start a new blog called I am Olivia Rose. And I actually had a blog site, Heart of a Rose, that talked about my heart failure journey and everything like that. But I'm shutting that down in about a month, so I won't have it anymore.
So everyone, rush to it, get it.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, that's it.
That's awesome. And then stay tuned. Everyone, look out for the book.
Yes,
It'll be coming.
yeah,
Um,
and the YouTube channel.
oh, new channel. Okay, what's the YouTube channel name?
So I'm going to actually be cooking, teaching people how to eat heart healthy, and preparing meals and exercises for people to do at home
That's awesome.
or in the gym.
All right, but if we're following you on Instagram, we'll know about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, glorious. All right, well, everyone, follow Olivia, and thank you, Michelle. I don't know if she just said
Oh,
she
thank you.
much appreciated. Well, thank you, Olivia. I appreciate you have given a glorious interview. Absolutely.
Thank you. You
Of course.
too.
Well, thank you. Well, everybody follow Olivia. Olivia, I appreciate it. You did glorious, and we can't wait to see what you do next.
Me either. Stay tuned.
See you soon. Have a
See you.
glorious day.
All right, you too.
Thanks.
Bye.